And there we go. Everything should be up now. So let's get into it. As far as I remember, we finished the Kortos village and island storyline yesterday. I'm probably gonna go through a few quests I already did on Elite difficulty, just so I don't have to really worry about coming back here later. I'm probably not gonna do all of them. And then after that, we'll be speaking with this NPC right over here, Dragan, to go to the Keep on the Borderlands, which, as far as I understand, is basically the Forgotten Realms part of the D&D Online universe. I've never played that, so that'll be a completely blind playthrough. I don't remember. I don't think I did this dungeon on Elite, so we'll start with that. I'll do this one. I'll redo the quest in the tavern on Elite, and then maybe I'll just run around the what's it called? The wilderness to try and catch the third rare encounter and maybe rack up a few kills. I don't know if I'll be farming all the way to 400, which I think is the next threshold for an XP reward, but we'll see. Okay, so I did do 2 on Elite. I don't know if there is a way for me to see what level, what was the highest difficulty I did this quest on, so I might have already done this on Elite. I know I used this dungeon originally to decide if I'm able to do dungeons on Hard,
and unsettling echoes that
but I don't know if I did the same for Elite. I think for Elite I used the dungeon where you have to find the scroll.
You notice something strange about the wall.
I imagine I still can't
if you search
this
you
wall.
may discover more.
Nope. Still unable to find anything. Even though it's honestly kind of a fun interpretation of the metagaming idea in
What were those cultists
paper Dungeons and Dragons, where you as a player knows something, but here you're just not meant to act on your knowledge unless your character reasonably can know the same thing as well. Here you literally can't play on the knowledge that you know that there is a secret passage somewhere or something, because your character just can't find it. So it doesn't matter that you know it's there. Since your character can't find it, you can't go or open it. I find it kind of amusing. Honestly, just one of many parallels with the pen and paper D&D, which at least originally brought me back to the game.
Take care to keep your own.
Right now, I enjoy playing it, like the simplicity of it. It's obviously a very old game, so there's a lot of very simple mechanics.
There's another
like even the combat itself is pretty simplistic. At least right now. We'll see if the newer content gets to be a bit more complicated once we go into it.
Another crest drops out as you smash the altar.
And that's not a bad thing, honestly. Like
elsewhere in this crypt,
there should be simple games, like simple combats, because not every game has to have super complicated, extremely flashy combat to be satisfying. Like this combat is, at least for me, fairly satisfying, and it does what it wants to do, which is just provide an action-oriented element to the game. Not that I'm like an expert in game design or anything, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Yeah, so just looking at how we're doing and knowing that I already did
It's
previous
out and the acid sprays out
quest
of the wall
on
as the gate slams shut.
On elite difficulty. I might do the new quests where we'll get into the keep on elite difficulty as well. Just because like it's a bit more challenging, I'm taking a bit more damage, but doesn't seem like too much. Like I have healing, I have potions, I still have the rest shrine if I need it. So basically, like if I end up dying, it'll most likely be just because I approached a fight
passage. It
not
doesn't look like
cautiously
anyone's
enough.
come through here in decades.
Okay, one more crest, then the boss fight, and this dungeon is done. As I addressed in the last stream, it's at least like correct me, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like more established, bigger streamers have it a bit easier to fill in the blank space of a stream. Like whenever I run out of a topic to talk about and it like becomes silent, I obviously feel the need to start talking about something just to fill the air. But since there is not much, like not many people in the chat like spamming whatever big streamer chats might be spamming about, like bigger streamer might be able to just look over to the chat and start talking about something the chat is talking about. I just basically have to come up with an idea what I want to talk about. And at times, like, there isn't much to talk about right now. There isn't like much point to describing what I'm doing.
Sahuagin performs unholy rituals at a devourer altar.
Wait.
This barrier
God damn it, I didn't
to
pick up
3
one of the
sockets
crests.
in the wall. If you
Well,
find
I guess
the
I can
crest
talk
to
about
those
that fuck up.
sockets, it may allow you passage.
I'm also looking to try and include a link on the stream to my YouTube channel where the VOD archives are being posted. But since I don't have like a big following on YouTube and I don't have a pretty clean link to the channel, it's a bit tricky because like I'd like to make the link appear something else than the actual link is. Like I don't want the link to just be a on-screen URL, especially since the URL isn't very like descriptive. It's just a bunch of letters and numbers. I think I would need like a bunch of subscribers and something to be able to set myself or like get myself a more pretty link. Like I'd like the channel is called Gameplay Dragon Horde. Basically, I'd like that to be the link, like YouTube / Gameplay Dragon Horde, or maybe even Gameplay Horde, but something along those lines. Right now, it's literally just random letters and numbers, as if like with any video link. And there isn't an easy way for me to do. Like the best way I've been able to figure out right now, and I'll probably set that solution up for next stream, next Saturday, is to basically run a bot on the chat that takes a command and then spews out a link. It basically probably be something like exclamation mark account, YouTube, VODs, archives, something like that. And the bot basically just posts the link to my channel. Like ideally, I'd like to have something on screen, just like on the stream itself, be a graphic that has a URL link attached to it, that if you click it, you just get taken to the channel. But as far as I've researched a little bit, it doesn't seem to be possible, since outside of visual stuff that I can put, like the chat, notifications, and stuff like that, everything else that's put on the screen, and especially stuff that's interactable by the viewer, is explicitly placed by Twitch. So any pop-ups or stuff like that, I don't appear to have any way to make a pop-up for my channel appear. Okay, let's repeat this quest on Elite. It's just giving me some experience, some items. We probably don't have to do those quests, but I kind of wanna.
This must be the collaborator stepping in from the dark.
One thing this does help me with is you get favor for completing quests, and you get more favor for completing a dungeon on a higher difficulty, and Elite is the highest difficulty reward. You don't get a bigger favor reward for higher difficulties than Elite. So this gets me the maximum amount of favor for the character from Corso's village in general, which for the character itself doesn't matter that much. Favor basically just gives me some premium currency and then some some unlocks for this server. But it's still nice, in my opinion, to get as much favor as I can. A scepter, some cash. Okay. Nothing too great, but still nice. This scimitar is kinda nice, but as I probably mentioned before, I'm fairly locked in on using a longsword, because as a paladin I get a bunch of bonuses to using the weapon my deity likes, and I have a deity that likes longswords. So while I do have a bunch of proficiencies in other weapons, I'll probably stick with longswords for
he must have fled into the cellar.
As long as makes sense, I guess.
Drexelhand isn't here. However, the chamber beyond the secret passage looks ancient, predating Korthos village.
I guess the outside of the favor, well, we're getting some armor. Some pretty good armor. Okay, so this pretty much just made it worth to rerun the dungeon. That's pretty cool. It's a +2 half-plate armor, which basically is 3 points of defense better than what I have. It does have an extra penalty and some extra spell failure, but I don't really care about that. I generally will go for just the toughest, heaviest armor I can on this character. And also it has healing amplification, which heals me more. Or I guess like makes healing more effective on me. And it's fun because it also has Sacred too. It basically improves my ability to turn undead, which was like an ability I kind of dumped in character creation. I don't have that much points put into the... I think it was Wisdom that makes my Turn Undead feature better. But maybe with a few items we'll be able to bring it up higher and then be able to actually like use it meaningfully. Because right now I don't think like most undead my level will probably just shrug off the effect. And even then I don't think I can actually like do that yet. I'm getting some hits, but I'm pretty sure there is a rest shrine ahead, so I mean, I don't even really save healing. I could heal and rest and still have a heal, but it doesn't matter. I can just heal on the rest shrine. But yeah, I kind of like the fact that I'm actually losing some health on the elite difficulty. Like, going on normal was just a complete cakewalk. Like, there was literally, I could just zone out and not worry about anything. On hard, it was kind of getting there. On elite, at least for now, it's fine. I don't want to fail too much. Like, I don't mind failing a dungeon if I fuck up or if I just go into it unprepared or something. But since I'm still getting used to the general just mechanics of streaming while playing, I just don't want to get myself into too much of a too big of a challenge, I guess. I'm trying to finish Jacoby, and then I can take care of the other features. There is the other boss. I just missed my smite, that sucks. And another smite. That hit, nice. Okay. Anything else cool in the chest? A shardwell. Don't really care, but still. It's cash at that point. Like, I just got some more cash. That's fine. I'm also really curious. I have some mail. I'm curious what that is. I don't know. I don't think there is a mailbox or anything like that. Oh, hi. Thanks, Kringle, for following. Hope you find the stream likable in the future when you do catch me, or if you intend on sticking around. This quests require me to buy some stuff from the premium store. I don't really want it. I think that like by the end you get a cake that basically lets you resurrect yourself. Don't really see it that useful. especially for premium currency. I don't think I can actually sell those, so I won't even like go for the most valuable item. I'll just pick whatever. So yeah, I'll go try and track down the final rare encounter in this wilderness here. I know where it is now. I will admit I looked it up last night, so I know where the final rare encounter is. The question is whether or not the enemy will actually spawn there. I don't think I'll sit around just to like do 200 kills. I don't feel like it's worth the time. Maybe at some point I'll just come back here and farm, but I imagine by that point, like, the amount of experience I will get probably won't matter at higher levels. Like, it would probably be nice to have right now, but if I come back here like level 6 or something, it'll be a drop in the ocean. Like, that would be a nice thing to do while just like zoning out, talking with chat if I had more viewers. Then like farming stuff becomes less wasteful, I guess. Like, because in my eyes, that would like just spending the time to kill 200 random enemies is just kind of wasting time at this point. Because I could get into some cooler content, both for myself and for the people that are watching. Whereas if I had a bigger audience, I could have just like zoned out, killed some guys, farmed up, and in the meantime I'll just talk with chat. Although I guess, like, I don't want that to really change how I stream, but I do keep thinking about how the archive is gonna look, which I guess I shouldn't. Like, if someone doesn't like a part of the video, they can just skip it, and if there's anything like extremely boring or pointless, like, I have a setup for be right back if something comes up and I have to like leave for a few minutes, then those kinds of breaks I'll probably end up editing out of the archive uploaded to YouTube, since it's literally just pointless just looking at a screen that says I'll be right back. Okay, so 3 rare encounters killed. Let's sell some stuff. And then I'll get back to some actual story stuff. I don't need balls, don't need this, don't need that. Wait, do I want this? I think I want this. I'm pretty sure I have Protector's gloves, so with Protector's brooch I'd get a +1 bonus to AC. I'll keep that. I'm fairly sure I want to put that on. Still, we're rocking a nicely increasing amount of platinum. Where's the... yeah, Protector's brooch. And now I have the Protector's heart set bonus for having the amulet and the gloves. It basically just gives me light fortification, which I'm not sure what that does, and +1 to AC, which is just nice. Holy crap, I actually have 31 armor class right now. That's like, to someone that plays the game pen and paper, that's insane. That's an insane amount of armor class to have. Like, obviously, in this game, it says like defense chance at level is 71%, so like equal level enemies have only like less than 30% chance of actually damaging me. But on the pen and paper area, having 31 armor class would be just insane. You would probably never get hit. Alright, so I think I also have an action point to spend. Yeah, I got one action point from doing those dungeons. So we'll spend that. I can increase my armor further. Oh no, it's physical resistance rating now. Which is fine. Like, this gave me 6 natural armor, which in itself is kinda insane. I don't know which class tree I want to invest yet. Like, I'm fairly sure I'll probably end up just doing the offensive one. There's some pretty cool effects, and just in general, like, I don't feel the extra smites beyond like one. Like, having 3 smites is fine. I don't feel like I need more than 1 extra smite or 2 extras, I guess. That's fine. Like, it resets every 90 seconds. I regain 1 use, so that's fine. But at the same time, I don't want to just keep keep buffing my defense if I end up like having a lot of defense, but it'll end up taking me like a long time to actually kill enemies. I'll look into like a few of the first abilities, see if there's anything really good to take from from this defensive tree. I might go into this tree, which is like healing stuff, also for like 1 or 2 things. But other than that, I'll probably end up just doing taking the offensive tree stuff. I'll skip on the extra smites, and I'll probably just save up for another point to take Holy Combatant, which will increase my favored weapon attack and damage, which is a longsword, which I'm having right now. So I'll just save my points for now. Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to redo. So we're going to talk with this person again, Kragan the Gatekeeper, and he says that there is some trouble at the keep on the Borderlands, and it would be a fine experience for a novice adventurer. It's a there's one detail I must mention. The keep I speak of, it's not here on Eberron, which is the D&D setting that the game used to be set in exclusively, basically. And that's the only setting I ever played back when I used to play the game a few years ago. So this is in a far-off world that basically, as far as I'm aware, the other setting that the game takes place in is the Forgotten Realms, which I've never set foot in, so going forward this will be 100% blind. I don't know how much there is, how much there isn't, how it works. I might end up needing to go back to here and go with some quests from the Eberron setting, but right now let's go to the Keep on the Borderlands. That sounds like my kind of adventure. Send me to the Keep on the Borderlands. Let's see. Sorry. I'm hoping we didn't just... Okay, that's nice. That's... Alright. So... We're here. Yes. This leads to the Borderlands. Alright. A mighty keep stands here on the border between good and evil lands. From this isolated base, a brave few strive to stave off the darkness that would otherwise overwhelm the wild. Cool. Keep guard. Alright. Let's just walk around and see if there are any quests to take. Wondrous Mounts Vendor. What's this? Urine is a magical item that can summon a steed for as long as you require. Alright. Feather tokens bearing my names. Previous creations of mine that were lost in the Borderlands. Alright. So he wants some special tokens for wondrous mounts, which from what I read is basically just a mount that I can resummon as I wish. Alright, for now let's just take a look around the area, see what we can see. Doesn't look like I can go anywhere this way. I think I see some quests on the minimap. Okay, there's a bunch of... Yep, there is a few quests. Okay, let me reiterate. A lot of quests here. A Portal of Return. I'm fairly sure the orc that got us here told us he would keep a portal open to be able to return back to Corso's village, or maybe just Eberron in general, even if not the village itself. I want to see if there is a place with trainers, just so I know where I will have to go to level up later. There is a weapon vendor, there's an epic trainer, and here are the regular trainers, and there is a paladin trainer. There is a dungeon over there that will probably end up taking at some point. Alright, let's... Wait, what's this? Oh, makeshift Astral Spirit Binder. Let's do this. Touch the shrines. Your spirit is now bound to this place. Okay, so if we die, we are resurrected here. That's good. There is a banker here, which from what I understand, we have a little bit of shared storage between like all of my characters, and also just some storage for this character only. I don't think I really want to. Like, my other character is an artificer, so if I find anything super cool for an artificer or a really good like weapon or something, I'll probably end up putting it there. We do have a mailbox here, so we'll see. Let's see what the mail we have is about. We got... Okay, so we got some free DDO points for achieving favor. Okay. So it's just a notification. Let's delete that just so it doesn't stick out there. And let's go talk to all those people with quests. See what's going on in here, what we can do to help. Auctioneer, I'm not really interested in that right now. Okay, so let's talk with the Castellan first. Alright, reading out of it. Let's see. You must have come far, traveler. I can see from your garb that you're not from this kingdom, nor even from the borderlands beyond. I wish I could give one who has come so far a better welcome, but our keep is under attack. A foul cult and its monstrous followers have taken up residence in the caves of chaos nearby. They have assaulted our farmlands and burned our homes throughout the valley. The residents have been forced to take refuge here in the keep. I'll be frank, travelers, I need warriors here. Not more mouths to feed. If you stay here, I will ask you to fight. And the keep or the Borderlands heroic arc is CR1, and legendary arc is CR21. So I imagine we can return here on a much later point and redo the quests with a very high level character. I'm willing to help so long as I can keep what I find. I've been sent here to search for an artifact. Splendid. Your terms seem reasonable enough, though I'm not sure what sort of artifacts you'll find way out here in the Borderlands. We should start you out with something modest. Not everyone is destined for a warrior's life, after all. Best to find that out sooner rather than later. Speak with Rolf Acton, the bailiff. He'll set you a task to test your mettle. Alright. So that's one quest line. There's something... Okay, I thought the markers meant I can turn in a quest. Okay, so this guy is going forward. I'll first talk with everyone else, just see if there's like a bunch of quests or much later. Also, as far as I understand, like CR1, just by taking the pen and paper logic, is basically an adventure for level 1 characters. So basically you are meant, or like you could just come here straight away after doing the tutorial dungeon, instead of doing the entire Cortos Island area. But I'll still, like, it'll probably be very easy at the beginning, but hopefully the level will catch up to us soon enough. Let's see what the Horvath, the Faithkeeper curate, has to say. Don't get me wrong, it's all well and good to whittle away at those monsters, but the Cult of Evil Chaos, super creative name, have to say, no offense, is the main threat. Destroy the cult and the monsters will turn tail and run. It won't be easy, I admit. These are skilled magic users, not bumbling brutes, but I can tell from the look in your eye that you're the one for this job. Can I count on you? Will you confront the Cult of Evil Chaos? Where is the cult found? The cultists have taken over one of the caves and turned it into what they call the Temple of Evil Chaos. Again, very creative. They aren't exactly subtle, yeah. It's not just a dingy hole in the ground, though. They've put up walls and floors, using their dead servants to do the heavy lifting. Well, I can go and deal with those. Let's see what Runbolt Satterwind, Captain of the Guard, needs from us. Farmers, merchants, craftsmen, there are countless civilians inside the city, the walls of this keep. And they're stuck here as long as the cult has an army of monsters crawling all over the valley. Sooner or later, we're gonna run out of supplies to feed all these people. That's why we need to hit the cult's best troops and hit them hard. We need to take out the hobgoblins. Let's see, what's so special about them? They're a little smarter than the other brutes that follow the cult, and a whole lot more organized. Hobgoblins make proper soldiers. 10 of them are worth 100 of those doltish kobolds or backstabbing gnolls. So we're getting a feel for what kind of enemies we can look forward to killing. I'd wager that it's the hobgoblins who are keeping the other monsters in line. Take down the hobgoblins and the rest of them will fold. And what hold does the cult have over them? Damned if I know and damned if I care, but if I had to guess, I'll bet on some kind of magic. The cultist seems to be big on that stuff. Don't hold with it myself. Give me a good reliable longsword mice any day. So where are those hobgoblins? Go to the Caves of Chaos, and you'll find them in the Hobgoblin Caves there. Alright? Watch your step though, it's a big sprawling complex and there's not just hobgoblins, there are also the goblin underlings. These little creeps aren't as dangerous as the big ones, but they're just as annoying. Alright? So dealing with a lot of quests right here. Let's see what Ganilin the Fleet Hunter wants from us. I've hunted this valley for many years, adventurer. I've slain countless spiders and harvested their silk. I've claimed bear pelt beyond counting, yet for the first time I must ask for help in killing an animal. The cult of evil chaos has trapped a powerful beast. They want to tame it and make it part of the army. They must not succeed. Alright. What else can you tell me? The Beast Slayer has been shunned for years, long before the cult of evil chaos arrived. None wished to become the beast's prey, you see, so the locals have always avoided the area. Go to the shunned cavern in the Caves of Chaos. Once there, kill the beast before the cult can make it into their weapon. Alright. Sartra Esaloven, Sergeant of the Guard. What can I do for you? Greeting, adventurer. Are you heading out into the wilds? If so, I could use your help tackling those nasty orcs. 2 tribes move into the Caves of Chaos, and as they are now, they're too much for us fighters to handle. Trimming their ranks ought to speed up the job. Do you want me to take them out? That's the difficulty there. They're never all in those caves at once. They roam the borderlands in packs, you see, but you know what'll really hurt them? Thinning their ranks and taking out the leaders of the true tribes. They won't know what to do without them. Once that's taken care of, tongue-tied for a bit. Once that's taken care of, it'll be easier to rid the borderlands of both tribes. You'll find them in the Orc Caves by the Caves of Chaos. Send words once you finish dealing with them. From Hillcrest, a Chamberlain. One moment, stranger. Every adventurer seeks treasure, yes? Then I have a proposition for you. Suppose I were to tell you where a treasure can be found, and that all you'll need to claim it as your own is some courage and a little good fortune. Would you be interested? Alright, but I have some questions. It was all stolen from us, I'm sorry to say. The cult of evil chaos has been robbing our caravans and looting our settlements for months. They've built up a sizable hoard. Some of the treasure has already been paid out to the monastery that followed the cult, but the rest is kept inside a treasury. And why hasn't anyone taken it yet? This brings up a delicate issue. Other adventurers have indeed tried to retrieve the treasure, but none have returned. I suspect a powerful guardian protects the cult's hoard, but surely no one expects evil cultists to leave their treasure lying out in the open. Okay, and where is this treasure? Go to the Caves of Chaos. Okay, a lot of going to the Caves of Chaos. There you will find a treasury where the cult of evil chaos store its ill-gotten wealth. Defeat the guardian you find there, and the treasure will be yours. A risky adventure perhaps, but there is no reward without risk. Okay. Kind of funny how, like, in real life, they would 100% want a cut of the treasure, or like ask you to return the treasure for a cut, rather than just, yeah, so they stole a bunch of other stuff, if you find it you can take it. Unless it's a big ploy and I'm actually onto something already, we'll see. Dolondor the Devout, a priest, wants something. The gods keep you, adventurer, with the cult of evil chaos riling up the monsters from beyond our valley with their dark magic. I've been praying for someone like you to come along. Our fighters have been struggling to beat back the gnolls, who have taken up residence in the Caves of Chaos, obviously. But we recently captured a young gnoll who gave us some valuable information. Dissension is growing in the gnoll ranks. Some gnolls wish to return to the mountains they used to call home. That is our chance. While distracted with their own petty squabbles, rush in and push them out of those caves. Will you help us drive them out? Sure. You're a zealous one, aren't you? Eager for the rush of battle. But as long as they leave the borderlands, I don't care if any are left alive. And besides, with rumors of unhappiness among their ranks, many may go on their own account. It will do you well to remember that all creatures serve a purpose in the eyes of the gods. Travel to the Knoll Caves in the ravine when the rest of the Caves of Chaos stand. There you'll find their camp. May gods light your path. Okay, so we have to get rid of the gnolls, we don't have to actually kill them, just make them leave. And now, Varka Goldwing, a steward, what do you want or need? Another one! Caravan destroyed by those big brutes, and that's only half of it. They've taken more captives. Oh, those poor souls doomed to spend their lives as slaves to those foul bugbears. Okay, so we have bugbears, gnolls, goblins, kobolds, hobgoblins, and orcs. That's a lot of like quote-unquote primitive brutish races sieging the keep, let's say. This poor woman's husband is one of them. We can't just sit here and let it happen. We need to strike back. Will you do that, stranger? Will you go give those bugbears what they have coming to them? What do you want me to do? Those brutes dragged the captives back to the bugbear caves in the Caves of Chaos. Sorry, I just dropped a pen. Those Caves of Chaos are sure very popular, I see. Head right over there and get rid of those bugbears, and free the captives if you find them. Oh, I do have the hope they're still alive. Okay, so I imagine like all of those quests basically lead us to the Caves of Chaos or the area around them, so we'll be going there shortly, probably. But first, let's see what the Keep Bailiff wants from us. All who fight for good are welcome here, adventurer. Are you willing to help us defeat the minions of the Cult of Evil Chaos? We can start you out with something simple. Kobolds, perhaps? They're small, though cunning in their way. I can take some kobolds, no problems. I just finished an entire adventure based around Swahagen, so a little variety will be welcome. The cult's kobolds have been a thorn in the sides of everyone in the valley, stealing crops, killing livestock, and ambushing the unwary. While a single kobold is weak, they are many and are cunning in their way. Be wary, for they love to lay traps at the entrance to their lairs. Well, that's gonna suck, because I don't have high spot or search skills, so I'll probably just have to mow my way face first through any traps they lay. Still, I'm sure you are capable of ridding the valley of these pests. You'll find them in a cobble cave in the Caves of Chaos, northeast of the valley. Alright. I guess all of these quests are just go out, find the Caves of Chaos. Let's make sure those are not in here. It's Portal of Return, Drainage Pipe, also Drainage Pipe, and then the Borderlands. So, let's go out into the Borderlands and see about entering the also popular Caves of Chaos. Okay, so this is the Heroic, which is for level 1. And then there is an epic version for level 21. Let's not do that. I might come back here at a later point. Bird. Alright. Really open space, I have to say. I'm curious what we can find here. Outside of a bird and a squirrel, there is a wolf rider over there. Let's just keep to the road for now. As I can see, we have 15 rare encounters. That's a lot. At least a lot more than 3 from the Portus Island Wilderness. We have 20 explorer places to discover, and slaying enemies, I imagine, also scales up the same as with the wilderness. Alright, instead of just wandering around pointlessly, let's see... Okay, that's not what I wanted. Let's see if we can find the Caves of Chaos somewhere, maybe? Alright. I think, like, one person said it's in the north... I already forgot. Northeast or northwest area, so we would have to round the keep. I guess we can try that. I'm not sure. Honestly, it's kind of refreshing, like, not knowing where to go, where I am, what's in store. Borderlands Fire Beetle. You're probably... Yep, aggressive, but not very difficult to kill. There's a wolf. Two wolves. Right. Wolf riders. Alright, so first we have to kill the wolf mount, and then the goblins fall down from them. Since we found some goblins this way, let's just walk around this way, I guess. Oh, there is a bear. That should be a bit tough, or never mind. I mean, I did score a critical hit, but still. That wouldn't have been very difficult. This. Something interesting.
You get an uneasy feeling as you approach this ancient altar.
Alright. Some sockets. The chest that is locked. Probably opens when we fill the sockets with some marks, runes, stones, or whatever. Don't know where to get them from, though. Oh, how about this? Alright. Well, we're finding more goblins. That's a good question mark sign. Let's go up here. I'm seeing more weird things that we might want to check out. Here is a rest shrine, I would imagine. A bit more fancy than the other ones we found before. There's some more wolves. Oh, there's a bear. There's some more wolf riders over there. Let's just keep going up here. See if this area has anything to do with the Caves of Chaos. Ooh, maybe that's where they are. What's this? Borderlands Needle Blight. Alright. That doesn't exactly feel like connected necessarily. Oh, here we have some goblins. To the evil chaos cult. But I guess I can't be sure. Maybe they stirred up something unnatural.
This newly built statue gestures menacingly at the keep down below. The cult of evil chaos has made its arrival known to everyone in the valley.
Okay. Do I destroy this somehow and get a crest? Or is this just a point of interest? I guess it's just a point of interest. Since nothing lights up, there isn't anything on my minimap. Okay, this area is big. There is some farm over there are some mountains. Let's follow this path. I also want to go back and check out the glowy mushrooms we saw back there. Oh, it's getting foggy. Is that a evil chaos thing? Fog? There's a YouTuber that always makes fun of Hollywood horror, abusing like darkness and fog and stuff like that for cheap scares, with like a catchphrase of "because you can't be scared if you can see." I guess the evil cult has the same mentality. Okay, we've slain 20 enemies, 25 enemies, in fact. Oh, there are some ruins over here. This is a massive area. Like, compared to the Cortez village area, this feels massive. What's shooting me? You're shooting me. I missed with my smite. That makes me sad.
A monster attack has reduced this farmstead to a smoking ruin.
I puffed and I huffed till the goblin was aflame. Alright, so we have some ruins. Is this just a point of interest, or is there anything interesting around here? Just more enemies. Stop running around. Oh, okay. I thought for a moment something was breaking. But no, it's just smoke getting into the camera. Right. Let's burn. I probably wouldn't mind getting burned, being a fire beetle. Are my arms smoking, or is that my face? I think both. Yeah, my sword leaves behind a smoke trail, but also my weapon does. That's kind of neat. Okay, so we have
Smashed wagon stands in the middle of the road, all that remains of an ambushed caravan.
We do have a quest. Whoa! And here are the bugbears that are supposedly responsible. That was kind of neat. Finding an ambush and then being ambushed, or like the aftermath of an ambush. We have some a trail that goes this way, so let's see if we can maybe find something over yonder outside of big spiders, which I know a friend of mine would enjoy smashing to bits. Ah, there is a Borderlands bear. Plains wolf. And I think there is another kind of altar out here. I wonder if that's another one that wants more things slotted into it, or if this is a place we can get something for. I mean, this looks almost exactly like that altar we found earlier. I would think like it gives me a crest or something for the other place, but I guess not. I guess it's just decor. More wolves. This is an area I can like easily imagine going for the 400 kills, and it's very big, so I wouldn't have to like reset the area. Or I don't think there is even 100 enemies in the entirety of Versus Island Wilderness for you to kill. Like, you would have to clean the entire area of enemies, then reset, then do it again, and that's probably the way to get like 400 kills. Here it'll probably like, it would probably, whoa, river crabs. And they actually have a ranged attack. That's interesting. Here you would probably like, I guess like we're already almost 70 kills in.
Stands deserted on the riverbank.
Okay, so there used to be a fisherman here. Driven out by the cult, I imagine. I'll go back up there, see if we can find the bugbear hideout or something. Or maybe I'm looking in the entirely wrong area of the map. Maybe the guy was trying to run away and I should have gone into the opposite direction of the body and arrows. We'll see, like, this feels like a barrier, like the end of the area. So I'll just take make a sweep around here. Ah, here are some goblins. Yeah, this is definitely a area you are meant, or at least welcome, to take as soon as you reach Kortos village. And just have this be your first adventure in D&D Online. I'm a little more than... like, I'm just obviously over-leveled for the area. Although I'm still taking some decent hits. Alright, so it doesn't seem like there's anything here. I honestly for a moment thought the game was breaking, before I remembered I have the feather falling cloak. I thought something was going wrong with my falling. Ooh, there's a fountain. Is it a wish-making fountain? Or maybe a cursed fountain? Mysterious fountain. Alright. What does the mysterious fountain do? Slows me. Because I failed a save. And then a bear comes running. Alright. I'm very slow for a few more seconds. Is that it? Alright. Interesting. maybe we'll find more and they have different effects. Maybe they have positive effects if I'd succeeded on the save. Okay, I didn't actually mean to take that potion, although seeing how little it healed me, I guess I might as well use them up, since they're not something I'll want to use in an emergency if they heal only like, what, 8? Alright, there is some tower or something over there. Let me just say again, this area is huge compared to Horses Island. If this is what I have to look forward to in other areas, it's already looking awesome.
You find a grave here in the bush. It's been neglected for many years.
Alright, so we have a grave that's been neglected. So neglected it tried digging its way out, I guess. Since usually you put skeletons in a grave, not on it. I think someone missed a class in grave digging school. Okay, some easy goblin kills. Let's see what this... There's a rest shrine up there. I don't really need it. I might as well just keep using the potions. I don't know how much money they'd be worth to sell. And like I said, healing only, what, 6 to 11 points isn't something I want to bank my life on in an emergency if I fall low in a dungeon or something. Oh, Goblin Raiders. That's a decent ambush, I would say. Didn't see them from afar. Unless the game cheated and just spawned them in when I came close. Which wouldn't be that strange for a game to do, I guess. Honestly, I thought this would have been a point of interest. This has to be
Small,
right.
squalid cave entrances dot the ravine walls. These must be the Caves of Chaos,
Alright.
where the cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
Alright, so we were just told that... Oh, here are kobolds. Scrawny kobolds and a lookout kobold. Alright, so here are some cave entrances. I imagine there's just a bunch of caves around here to go in and explore. Yes, I might as well just go into the first one. Which one will this be? Is this just Caves of Chaos? No, this is Hobgoblin Caves. So this is the quest for one of the guard. I think like the commander of the guard wanted us to check this out and kill all the Alright, so the Reaper mode is something I'll probably want to see, but it doesn't seem like the rewards themselves will be increased that much. For now, I'll just go with Elite, just so it's already, like, this makes it my level. Normal is for level 1 characters. Can I do Epic? No, 21st level, yeah, sure. And this gives me the most favor. Alright, let's heal up to full with our potions. +4, great. There we go.
You enter
And
the caves, determined to eliminate another threat to the residents of the keep.
Alright. Play the Hobgoblin Chieftain. To find him first. There is a closed door, I
The
imagine.
lock on this stout door
Yep.
does not look pickable.
There is a goblin. And another goblin. More goblins. I wonder if it's gonna be goblins and hobgoblins, or is the hobgoblin
As the
only
last
the...
goblin dies, you notice something glittering in the debris under the makeshift wooden walkway.
Alright, so we found the key needed to enter that place. Nothing interesting here. Let's see what's in here.
The guardroom door opens with the squeal of metal on metal, rousing the guards on the far side.
Alright, they're dealing some damage. For sure. There's some rats over there. Something here is tiny. I think the purple shield we just got meant that an attack from the rats tried to make us sick, but as a paladin from level 3 I've gained the immunity to basically all types of diseases. An amber vial. Wonder if it's something I can like use or if it's just a quest item. Are desired by Wash Inoptis in the harbor. Okay. I'm now kind of sad I didn't check the other way, but maybe we'll still get the chance to, since I feel like this is the like correct way to go. Right, so opening some... Holy crap, that's a lot of you. Burn! That's a lot of goblins. Okay, that breath weapon is gonna be coming in handy. He saw me. Whoa, another one. Burn! Take burns! Sorry, doctor. Damn it. I don't want to use my heals yet. I know. Smite. Alright. That was actually close. Let me chug a bunch of potions, and then before the next fight I have to remember to use my bracers for some extra temporary HP. Yeah, come on. Those potions in particular are gonna be useless during a fight. Especially since I imagine taking damage might interrupt the animation. I might not even be able to drink them in the heat of the moment. Ooh! Some gems. Always nice. For a moment I thought, like from this perspective, I thought these were... what do you call them? Torture racks? It appears this is some sort of a mess hall or something. With an explosive barrel in it. But I don't have ranged weapons that I could trigger that. I will have to be careful if the enemy will use them against me. That's a lot of you. Let's use this for some temporary HP, and once you group up... Alright, breathe fire, smite, all the good stuff, even though it's just goblins. And they still almost took out all of my temporary HP. Alright. So this feels like a... Alright, so from what I see there's a rest shrine and a lever that probably opens the door we passed on our way here. I don't really need to
The
rest,
orange
although I
crystal flares to
could.
life as the lever is pulled.
I'll go forward a little bit
Somewhere in
and
the
then
tunnels,
maybe backtrack
another
to
crystal
rest.
respawns. You
Figure
hear the
out
squeal
where the
of
lever
rats from the doorway
leads.
ahead.
Okay, so... Right, so it seems like maybe that area is optional. Not actually the way to go forward. We heard the squealing of rats here, so I imagine there's gonna be a lot of rats. That's fine. Wasn't that bad. Although there might still be more. Yep, here is more. I think there was another one. Yep, I see the tail. Over here. Thunder and then some hits, and that's taken care of. There is a mushroom here. A deadly feather blanch. And then some more. Sweet white cup. Wonder if there is like a crafting system in this game. I never explored that sort of mechanic, honestly. It seems we're going back, so I'll use the rest shrine now. Since I don't want to go back here afterwards if I need to. And this will reset a little bit of health, my smites, and most importantly will give me back my use of the temporary hit points from my bracer. Okay. This feels like the way I should go.
As the door opens, a small goblin cries out, "Me chief now! You go away!" The
Alright.
goblin falls. Looking around, you spot an iron key in the back of the chamber.
Alright, so that probably leads to that through that locked door we came across earlier. Apparently this goblin tried to usurp the goblin over there. I don't think we found a red gem before.
The red crystal begins to glow, and the sound of stone scraping
Goblin's
on stone
common area.
echoes out from the goblin's common area.
What's happened? Has something happened? I don't see anything different. Maybe here? Was this here? I think... I don't remember looking up, but I don't think that's what changed. Is there more, or is this not the goblin common area? That doesn't feel like the goblin common area. There is an optional to slay Mokgar the Smasher. Is it here? No, that's not the goblin common area. Okay, it must have been earlier in the dungeon. Oh, this is the goblin common area. Okay, and it opened.
A foul stench wafts out from this newly opened cavern.
Alright. Ooh, you're a big guy. Alright, let's fire you up. And smite. Maybe thunder. We missed. Rip. Saved. And killed. Alright. He was probably winding up to some big hit. We got a +1 devoted chainmail, which is much worse than what we have, so I don't care about it. Outside of money for selling it. On our way, let's chug some potions. More chugging. And then... Wait, was this the iron door? Oh right, so this was... So there is another iron barred door, I guess. Probably this way. So we get to explore the entire area anyway. Goblins, come here and burn. Alright. Oh, we're getting hurt now. Thunder. I'll save up my smites for now.
This iron-bound door is fitted with an unpickable magical lock.
An unpickable lock. Well, I don't think I need to pick it, since I have the key. I hope. Let's get popped up. Use temporary HP and go.
The door swings open on well-oiled
Hobgoblins, a lot of them.
on the far side.
Burn! Alright. So that's apparently how Hobgoblin looks. Good to know. They've eaten through a bunch of our temporary HP, but still have a few. Oh, fancy.
You hear the sounds of guttural chanting coming from the chamber ahead.
Hobgoblin Chanter. Alright, I'm afraid of you, so I'll kill you first. I don't want to see what you do. Oh shucks, they keep saving against my trip. My thunder keeps hitting though, so that's a plus. Yep. Alright. Some urns. Let's top up. Oh, come on. These looks like chests. Okay, what's this?
A magical barrier seals off the passage. Perhaps the magical runes on the wall are the key to opening it.
Alright. That's a combination lock. Do we get a tip on what the combination is? Oh, it's a game of memory. Alright. Watch me embarrass myself and fuck this up. Not that great of a security system, had to admit. But alright. And also, would you have any way to disable it from the inside, or are you just trapped? It's sometimes funny to think about the holy crap, that's all of you. Burn. Sorry, but I got startled by the amount of hobgoblin I have to slay through. Yeah, but it's kind of funny to sometimes think about, like, obviously the idea of a dungeon in a game is for the player character to, like, delve into it, but it's also like a place suppose the player never came by. What would the dungeon serve us? And the other areas made sense, like there was a mess hall, there was a sleeping area, there was a storage area, and now there's an impassable barrier that blocks your allies if you're the monsters from exiting. That doesn't make sense. Alright, we have... This feels like a trap. But I guess it's not. Which way do we go? Okay, more hobgoblins. Definitely training my resources a bit on Elite, even though technically, like, this should be on my level, I guess. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm back. What was I on about? Right.
A massive iron gate bars this passage.
Okay. Looking on the minimap, it doesn't seem like there is a way to go through here, but maybe it's just a ploy. Oh, oh, there is a trap of sorts here. Alright, let's see if we can. Whoa, okay, didn't see that one. Where's the next one? Here. That actually hurt. Let's heal before going through the next one, just in case. That hurt. Alright. Go up. And we go through. And there is a lever. Probably to turn these off.
When the lever is pulled, the traps in the hall
Yeah,
grind
like,
to a
look,
halt.
this makes sense. Like, you would want to be able to turn this off if you're the person inside. But you didn't have any way to turn off the barrier from the inside. Which is kind of dumb. Which again, like, this is part of the player-focused design, because, like, obviously you want the player to be able to skip the traps after they've gone through them, so you don't want them to just go through it again when they have to go back.
You hear deep voices in conversation up ahead.
Alright. Can we eavesdrop? Or I guess not. Alright, let's buff up. And let's go.
The hobgoblins in the feast hall fall silent as you enter the chamber.
Yeah, like this dungeon is kind of rough. Like, even though, like, I'm using
The
potions.
last of the hobgoblins lets out a sharp whistle just before he dies,
Whoa.
summoning reinforcements.
Seriously? Alright. Another wave. I don't like that chunker over there. I don't like that I'm getting hit a lot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just being ready with the heal if I need it. Go. If there's another wave, I'm healing with my lay on hands. Okay, I think that was it. Yeah, like, even though, like, those potions were kinda expendable, it still used up, like, all of my potions. And that's the last one. Like, if I didn't have potions, I would kind of be screwed. Like, I would have to be using my heal a lot more. Those rests would probably be much more meaningful. Right, so we didn't go through this door. See what's in here. More hobgoblins. And my fire breath isn't really as powerful as I'd like, maybe. I also probably should start saving my mites for the big bad. Don't run away. Okay, another rest shrine.
Place to rest.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Honestly, with how things are going, I'm gonna take every opportunity to regen as little health as I'm missing, get my smites back, and especially get my temporary hit points from my bracers restocked. Those honestly look like pressure plates, but I guess not. Let's put my heal a bit closer, and let's buff up and kick the door down. Of course, you saved. Come on, for my heads. Kill the pikeman and get rid of the chanter. And they've eaten through like half of my health.
Something about this section of the wall seems off.
Right. This is probably a way through. Okay, I'm looking at the minimap now. There is a way through, and I imagine this opens it.
The wall in the armory slides open,
Yep.
making barely a sound.
Interesting. Let's go through. Again, this looks like a big trap.
The hobgoblin
Whoa,
chieftain
hi.
lurches out of his throne with a roar.
Smite, burn, trip,
The
and
hobgoblin
you're
chieftain
dead.
slumps to the ground.
Alright.
Dead.
The big bad honestly wasn't as hard as the rest of the dungeons in general. What's this? Spark ring. Magnetism. Electric spell power. Wizard ray. Bonus points. And empty green augments slot. Which basically is to be increased. This is honestly but it binds to account on acquire. Okay, this is something I'll probably put into my shared bank and take on my artificer. That sounds like that feels useful for an artificer. Okay, let's see. This feels trapped. Everything is trapped. The door is locked. Alright. That feels like that should have been a shortcut back. But maybe no, not. Maybe there's a key somewhere here. I don't see one. I mean, I could just do finish and return, but there are a few... Or are there? There's really just this one. Yeah, I'll still check it out. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything cool or important. Who knows, maybe that's the place that I've missed and there is actually a chest to open there. Who knows? And then I'll just warp out.
Scrabbling and chittering can be heard from the hallway ahead.
Alright.
A strange creature erupts from the ground as you approach.
What are you? Oh hell, Umber Hulk. Alright. Confusing guys. Yep. No. Stop. Might thee. Under. And...
The
Alright.
Umber Hulk crumples to the ground, its heavy carapace clattering on the stones.
Alright, yeah, see? Well, it's only 84 XP, but still. There is a chest. Leather armor, come on. I have half plate. Still money. Oh, here's the torture chamber I wanted. And now we can just warp out from the quest, from the dungeon. Alright, one dungeon down. That's also a quest down. Now we can go through and find another dungeon to clear. Let's see if there is a dungeon in here. Seems like there is. These are the Kobold Caves. So this is the dungeon that is meant to serve as an introduction, I guess. The start of easy quest. Let's do it on Elite. Although I'm a little afraid that kobolds might be more resistant to my fire breath.
Most of the
Whoa!
scramble to defend their cave at the sight of you, while one of their numbers scampers away. You slide through the muck and refuse into a pool of stagnant slop.
Alright.
It's just not your day.
Am I just done here? Do I have to recall from the dungeon? Or is there something I can find? Okay, I can find something. Alright, that was interesting. And like I said, with my skills and statistics, I'll more than likely have to just test traps with my first face, basically.
You spy a humongous rat on top of a pile of garbage.
Whoa, that's a big bad.
And its many
That's
vassals
smart.
emerge from
Thunder.
Now that king rat is dead,
Nice.
long live the new king. You. The first order of business might as well be to survey your domain.
Seriously? Yeah, what's my domain? A small wooden idol, an iron key, a waterfall of sick, small aberrant dragon shard fragment. There's something poking through. Might as well rest and get my health back. And I imagine this opens the wall. And there is a lot of enemies on the other side. Definitely glad I've gotten the... let's take some temporary hit points. Kobold hate everything. That's kinda sad, actually. What was I saying? I'm really glad... Ah, God damn it. Misclicked and used my healing. Wasted like 40 points of it. Anyway, really glad I've taken the fire breath so soon. Even if like it doesn't kill them outright, it really helps. Alright, so they closed up the area. They have a little... Imagine this opens. Yep. They have a little pictogram of a kobold. To, I guess, make them remember where the trap is. So yeah, now that I've wasted my healing, I'll definitely be resting on the next shrine I find. There's someone over there. Was that a crafty kobold warrior? There's also a door here, which apparently I've used probably... Whoa! Yeah, it's okay. That was my bad. Explosive barrel. But it did net me some gems, so I guess it's worth some ham. And a chest. Composite longbow. Not very useful, but still kind of nice. Yeah, let's go this way. Kobold lookout. Let's try and smite it. Nope. Oh, alright, there's another fire. I feel like I don't hit anything if I move while the animation for my fire is going on. I probably should remain static for a bit. When I use it. Whoa, that's a lot of kobolds. And a big angry kobold. I don't have my healing or anything. Let's get out of this area of effect or whatever. Alright. Concubine, huh? You're living the life, huh? Alright, it's fine. Oh. Bless ended. There's a lot of treasure around here. And an iron key. Let's see, what do we have? 59 gold pieces. 59 gold pieces. A chest. Cloak of Attraction. Toggle, Bluff, and a yellow augment slot. Not really that great. And Hardy Belt of Vertigo. +1 construction and +2 to my trip and improved trip versus my 5 HP. That's actually nice. Tripping can be a big thing. I have a level 2 inscription materials, so I'll probably give that to my artificer as well. Arcane Ingot. I can give it to the weaponsmith. Another 61 gold pieces. And that's everything here. And that wasn't even like part of the quest, apparently. Or maybe it was, it's just too small to like check off something. I am a bit afraid though, like I only have 27 points of health. And I don't have like potions or self-healing. Let me see, do I have any better potions than what I used up? I have 4 potions of Cure Light Wounds, that's really not great. But I guess I can use that to top myself off. I have... What do I have? Do I have any items that heal me? Water breathing, that's not very useful. Featherfall. Bless myself, I guess. Yeah, not much in terms of healing. Let's get this. Put on. Do I have any potions? Resist electricity. Jumping. Tumbling. Protection from evil. Are kobolds evil? And I mean, they are in the Evil Chaos Club. That's Grace. Wheel of Faith, that's useful. And Bear's Endurance, that's also useful. +4 Constitution. Okay, so if I pop this, I have 5 minutes and a minute of Shield of Faith. Yeah, that should me get through the next room. Let's use up the potions to heal up as much as I can. There's definitely enemies on the other side of this door. So, first, Bear's Endurance, Shield of Faith, and let's go.
An elderly kobold rouses her tribe to battle.
I did it again, I moved
The kobold
right after pressing. Okay, let's hide behind something to make the range guys have to come out closer. We deal with these melee guys quickly, and then these guys. Okay. Alright, so apparently I have dealt with the Kobold tribe. That was actually kind of rough. but also fun. I can see something. Question is, can I find it? I can't. Oh, too bad. Let's finish then. And since we're getting a bit close to the end of the stream, I'll go back to the city. Actually, let me kill 3 more guys for some experience. And then we'll go back to the town. Or keep. Given those 2 quests that we just finished.
These must be the caves of chaos.
See what we get from that.
And their monster allies have made
See what new quests we can get ourselves into. And then... what did I? Oh, there's some enemies here. Okay. Yeah, 400 XP. Nice. Let's recall. Yeah, this is an area I can easily see myself just like doing an extra run or 2 around to get 400 kills for the Slayer quest. We didn't find any tokens for the mount vendor, I don't think, though. Right, let's see. So, we dealt with the hobgoblins. That's the stuff. The cult will have a hard time besieging the keep without the hobgoblins bar their side. I see quite a future in store for you. Take this as a memento of your early exploits. Alright. That's quite the choice. I can't actually use full plate. Oh, it requires 4th level. Or I can take this, which is basically equal, but it gives me more of a negative. Or this, which should be a bit better. Yeah, it's 1 point better. It gives me bonus to positive spell power, so my healing will be even more powerful. And poison resistance, that's always nice. Let's take that. I'm like 90% sure. The only other thing I can use from what I can take is a longbow or a dagger, which I don't want, so let's take the 4th plate. And let's put on our full plate. See how it looks. Yep, looks nice. I like it. Honestly, like, they could have skipped the equipping time while in save zones. Like, I get it in dungeons, you don't want the player to juggle equipment while in a dungeon, but like in a city they could have made it instant. Fine work. The valley will surely be a bit safer without those pesky kobolds. Here, have this as a reward, and please speak to the others. I'm sure they have other things you can do to protect the valley. I already did. There is an axiomatic +2 longsword of Chaotic Outsider Bane, which is basically the same as ours, only instead of dealing fire damage, this deals law damage. Interesting. I don't remember that being in D&D 3rd edition tabletop. I'm curious if there is also radiant damage, or if this is basically just a replacement for that. And also, this weapon is designed specifically to hunt the unnatural that does not belong, dealing an additional 1d10 Bane damage. Also doesn't exist, as far as I'm aware, in tabletop. Versus Chaotic Outsiders. So it would just switch damage types and lose my +2 to DC on my Sunder attempts, but gain extra damage versus Chaotic Outsiders. I don't know. I think I'll stick with what I have for now. I can take another full plate, so I'll just take a look at the bonuses that they provide to see if one is better. I can either switch my positive spell power and poison resistance for fire resistance and cold absorption, or I can get adamantine full plate, which gives me 3 points of damage reduction, which would be nice. It gives me +1 to Constitution, that's also very nice, and +3 to cold resistance. That's actually this actually might be better than what I have. There's also Imagine for level 4. Yep, there's a level 4 full plate, which gives me light and alignment spell power and resist acid. I think I'll take the adamantine full plate. Especially since like the last few dungeons were kinda swarmy with the enemies. So having just points of damage resistance will help a lot, since I'm not taking like big hits, I'm taking a lot of small hits. So like taking 3 less damage per attack will actually help. It still looks really nice. We have a lot of stuff to sell also, so I'll find some stores soon. Let's see if the Castellan has anything new to say. Great work with those kobolds, very good indeed. Yes, I can tell you'll be a great help in defending our keep. There is certainly no shortage of things for you to do. What's next? That's the quest completed. Bugbears have been ambushing trade caravans in the area, looting their goods and dragging the merchants away as captives. Speak with Varka Goldring about what you can do to make the road safe again. Alright. Yeah, so I feel like basically this guy would have like told us to speak with each of these people separately. But since I already have all those quests, I won't bother to speak with him again until I finish all those quests. Or maybe I will, we'll see. Just to get his dialogue, I guess. I think I have something for the weaponsmith. Have you come across any rare metal ingots while exploring the Borderlands? Bring me enough of those ingots and I'll use them to make you powerful weapons. No additional charge since you're helping defend the keep and all. Alright. I have some ingots. I have like 1. I actually can do something from just 1 ingot, which is nice. There is some stuff I can do with a bunch other ingots. I only have 1 arcane ingot, I think. Alright, so this is just scepters? No. So silver sword, bastard sword. I'm only interested in longswords, unfortunately. Let's see what, and I only have the 1 other ingot, so I don't have these ingots or these. Make these, so I'm not even gonna look what they do since I can't get them. Okay, so I literally the only thing I can get is the one of these scepters, which I'm not interested in. It's a one-handed club. That deals much less damage than my club. Than my longsword, sorry. Yeah, so nope. Thank you. Let's find a vendor which will take my trash. I think I see... no, this is a bunker, which I can put my ring in for my Warforged Friend, Warforged Artificer alternative character. Oh yeah, we'll also found this, which seek out collectors in the marketplace. Alright. Where is the ring? It's this one, I think. Yep. So how do I... Okay, it's there. 1 of 30. 30 capacity is plenty enough for me, I think. Still want a regular vendor though. I don't think... no, we only have some points to spend, we don't have enough experience to actually level up yet. Where is a vendor? There is a mailbox here. A weaponsmith. Let me just look at the map. Banks, spirit binder, auctioneer. There's tavern and merchants behind me, somewhere over there. Alright. Ah, here. Alright, so let's just... okay. Some guild has attained high level, and that's apparently great for everyone. Show me what you have. You have a lot. I have to say, you have a lot. Sentient Destroyer? What? Will destroy a sentient jewel or filigree slotted into your sentient item. Alright. I don't think I need that. Here's a bunch of material components. Is that what's mostly here? Yeah, that's mostly what's here. Alright, but I'm mainly interested in selling stuff. Let's sell my gems, which went for a total of 9 platinum. And then longbow, crossbow, cloak, chainmail. Is that better or the worst? Worse, full plate. That's the worst, so let's sell. Leather armor, throwing axes. I'm gonna just sell those potions. I'll keep the potion of jumping in case. Protection of evil from evil might be useful. Resists electricity. Tumbling, I don't think I'll be using. Testy hams. It heals 50 over 1 minute. That doesn't sound like much, but I guess I'll keep it. In a pinch, it'll be good. Masterwork healer kits. I think I can use those to heal myself with the heal skill. I'll keep those. Wand, let's sell. Level 2 inscriptions materials I should put in the bank. Scrolls I can't use. I'll keep hold of the ingot, I guess. And that's all. And that totals 500 platinum. Nice. Alright, let's spend our points. I have 3 action points. So I wanted... for 2 action points I wanted this to get +1 attack and damage with favored weapons, which are long swords, which I'm using. And then I have 1 more action point, which I might put here, so I can get extra lay on hands uses with my next action point. Since that seems to be somewhat necessary going forward. So yeah, I might do that. Strike through chance. Thunder Disease might be nice. And then Intimidate, Diplomacy, and Concentration. Outside of Concentration, I don't know how useful the other skills are. if they're just like social or talking with NPCs, or are they like useful in combat or something. So I think I'll just put all my points in Shield Breaker to gain the next tier. For now, let's put 1 point here and go into Lay on Hands use. The next level, what's this? We can Sacred Defense. I get +5 bonus to physical and magical resistance, 150% to melee threat generation, or +1 bonus to all saving throws. Decent, I like that. 1 armor class and armor class maximum dexterity bonus would be useful. And then physical resistance rating and melee threat. Yeah, so mainly probably this for the saves, this for healing, and this for just defense. And then this will be my main damaging skill tree. I am still interested in some of the skills in the Dragonborn tree, so I will look into what I want to spend my points on over there. This just makes my breath attacks more quote-unquote accurate, in the sense that the enemy has a harder time halving the damage they take. This, again, I get to take a knowledge for spells. I guess that's fine. Augmented breath, which I can get. What can I get? I can slow my enemies, daze enemies, have them fall asleep. How does that work? Here, you are now on fire. Go to sleep. Or knock down. That looks interesting. That might be interesting. What does this do? This gives me evocation and conjuration DCs. I don't think that's very useful for me. Although I guess evocation is. I think evocation is the damaging, like the damage-oriented spell school. So that might be useful for a paladin. Maybe I have some fun spells with evocation. This is something I definitely really want. You are able to leap through the air to bring the flight to your enemies or traverse chasms. I really want this. So I will have to put 15 points in the trees and then 2 points for this. So between this and probably wanting the knockdown chance, I would need a total of almost 20 points to put in this skull tree, in this Dragonborn tree. But that actually might be really useful. I can get some hit points, healing amplification, some defense, spell points might be nice. But first I'll definitely go for extra enhance next level, at least 1, just so I have 2 heals instead of just 1 per rest. Just so I can go through a few encounters before I have to actually use a rest shrine, especially if they are gonna be more sparse going forward. But for now, that's gonna be all. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. The yesterday's archive should be up on YouTube within the next hour or so, and then this archive will be coming up sometime tomorrow on my YouTube account. The channel is called Gameplay Dragon Horde. The link, unfortunately, is a mess, but I might include it somewhere, maybe put it in the video description in the description of the channel or something. If I manage to make a more approachable link or make a link appear on the screen, I'll try to do that. Otherwise, I'll see you probably next week. I might do some extra streams during the weekdays. If those happen, they'll be just spontaneous whenever I feel like it, and probably a different game. Next time with D&D Online will be Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern European time. You can check the schedule on my channel down below, and that should be converted into your time zone whenever you are, and I'll see you next week. Bye!